Hello and welcome back to another round of Forgotten Hope 2. We are on Peleliu because we are playing the CMP map test event. And I'm here with Watchtower, and GeoPat, Blender, and... Did I forget anyone?
Nope, that's everybody.
Nobody says no, which means yes. Yeah, don't follow this logic in real life, kids. And I am now driving towards the island in an LVT4. Ah!
And if you don't subscribe soon to the channel, you will get brain cancer very soon.
Yeah. And do the stupid... Did you guys also see the stupid Discord meme? There was this message that somebody posted in... I don't know, I don't recall which game Discord I'm in. But it said... Discord is going to purge inactive members. So if you're not AFK, then you have to post this message in a different channel, and you have to do that 6 times or something. And if you don't do it, then your account will be deleted from Discord. But it's that's so funny. It's a bit like when I was still in school. The old school way was that you got a letter from somebody, and the letter said some people are really sick and they need help, and we need to gather a lot of people around, so copy this letter 3 times and send it to your friends, and then we'll get enough help. And it was called a chain letter. And these messages on Discord, they are just the modern variant of it. Okay. Oh, it's yo! I'm hearing Japanese soldiers next to me. They're trying to blow up my LVT. I really liked this map last time we played it, so...
I'm glad to hear it. We've had some new toys, like the LVT Flame. That will make an appearance near the airfield. So we'll see how that weapon pans out. We definitely wanted to remove the spawning from it so it doesn't continue to allow people to just pop into it. But yeah, overall, we've watched the feedback, and we made some changes to the gameplay, so we'll see how it turns out. Guy has obviously no idea how to drive the LVT4 or lower the ramp. Oh, and my mind just took that whole squad out. Oh, yes.
Yeah, no problem. Because I'm gonna spawn in with the American super weapon. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to open the door. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. So... Any ammo boxes? Question for you, Watchtower.
Yes, they are near the beaches, or bunkers. There's ammo boxes. I placed a pretty good amount, and there are some suicide kits too near Orange Beach 1, so hopefully people find them near the bunkers and run straight at the LVTs to try to slow this thing down.
No sniper pickups anywhere.
Well, that's actually not true. There are some sniper rifles hidden on the
No,
map.
it's a question. Snipers, yes. Let's keep it simple. Ow.
I'm definitely feeling the kind of urgency as Japanese to kill as many Americans as possible on the beach, because statistically interesting, we looked at the stats of the map, and it turns out once the Americans made landfall, they started really causing some casualties. So it turns out the beach is the best thing to hold here for the Japanese as long as possible.
A4S plane. Yeah, in the main position, I guess. Boom. I'm dead. Oh crap. I didn't want to spawn here. I wanted to spawn in an LVT. Can I just jump into the water and then swim towards it and go inside it?
Should be able to enter the vehicle next to it, yes.
Okay. Let's see.
There's a lot of chaos going on here as far as between Orange Beach 1 and Orange Beach 2. It's
Yeah.
reaching pinnacle.
Okay. So where can I use the flamethrower? In the A4?
Once the airfield is captured, the LVT flame is spawned, and then
okay.
the actual flamethrower kits are in the craters on the beach once the Americans start capturing flags, so you can take a look. I didn't put many of them in, but there might be one or two.
Oh, I thought that the all the A4s would be having flamethrowers.
I know, just one real special tool. They're kind of lined up with historical accuracy, actually, because once the Marine Corps realized that they could not take Peleliu Ridge by conventional means, they started getting unconventional, and they decided to mount a flamethrower on an LVT to see if that would help. So I represented that by holding that off until the airfields and the attack on Peleliu Ridge.
Oh, okay.
What's this Japanese spawn point down in this lagoon?
That was a little bit of a glitch. So it's supposed to be on Orange Beach 1, or on that little peninsula down there at the bottom. Got a suicide charge right now, so I'm just waiting for the moment to hop out. I'm not going to say where I am though.
Thought maybe there was a boat that spawned down there or something.
Yeah, I would love to have some nice cinematic beach landing here with the LVTs and then the Japanese in the Japanese in the bunkers using the SMGs. What? I got shot out of the LVT.
And I think as people will learn how to play this map, you'll see much more of that. And in the next iteration, we are going to go ahead and remove the LCBP, which is the faster front Higgins boat. We're going to do 100% LVTs to kind of slow the Americans down just a little bit as far as beach landing.
Ha! I got him. Okay. I could use a bit of repair.
Like Japanese are reclaiming the beachheads here, which is really cool. And there's just a mountain of LVTs coming. Oh, and I was able to shoot the driver out of an open top LVT tank.
Yeah.
But it's not going to do me much good because
they can just spawn right in.
So hopefully someone takes them out with the AT gun before that thing gets active again, because it is a dangerous tank.
Fuck.
Got a 75mm high explosive and smoke shell, so it's designed to get the Americans on the beach as fast as possible. Oh, and I was able to use the suicide charge on it.
That's a sad LVT.
I think it's okay that the Japanese get to recap some of the flags, but it should be for a certain amount of time. Otherwise, it will get annoying. We
Very
are
true.
only on the beach for the longest period of time. That would suck. Because right
You can
now
ju-
we are not making any progress.
You can just make each flag unrecapturable.
Gotta be
A
real
bit-
careful. I think that that's not necessarily the answer here. I think that this further playtests are going to be required to answer that question.
Yeah, I think we're playing with the wrong numbers right now.
25,
not-
25 is not
and
bad.
the numbers
It's
are
not
not
that
wrong.
the numbers should be in favor of the attackers.
54 actually is a number for the script that changes the map sizes though.
But this looks good. Yeah,
Yeah, it's changing really quickly now that the Allies have making landfall,
yeah, okay.
and it
So,
looks like they got the sector.
But this, I'm taking it totally back because this was this was a very nice amount of time to spend on the beach attack.
Hmm?
Yeah, I was a bit afraid that we would be getting stuck on the beach for a prolonged period of time, but we didn't. So that's great. This is very good.
And now it's
The
really
icon,
going to be hard for Japanese.
The icon of
Gonna
the
get incrementally harder.
LVT4 is the same as a half track.
Yeah, it's something we might have to do at some point in time. Just a visual thing, but yeah, it would be cool to see a LVT icon.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we can have a separate LVT icon, but it's more. Yeah, yeah, it's a bit difficult because it's a bit like a half track, but it's also because it has a gun that can fire AP and HE shells, so it's also a bit of a light tank.
So I picked myself up a knee mortar here, but I'm going to personally fall back to the flag zone because I think that Japanese are still being a little uncautious here as far as where they're defending. They really need to be in the flag zone, holding the headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
I think they focus too much on the beach, and everyone likes a beach invasion, but it is definitely a land battle at this point.
Yeah, so you still got some Japanese on the beach.
Oh, and I think I just caught somebody inside. Oh, it's Blander. Sneaky, sneaky.
Ooh, this sounds like a recipe for disaster. These bunkers have the rocky things next to them, and in my experience, you can get stuck between rocks and statics like that. So maybe make the rocks a bit less steep when they're next to the bunker, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
There was a kit I found with a katana and some kind of large charge kit. Well, you're playing the Japanese in World War II. What do you think it is? You can get 3 guesses, because I'm in a good mood.
Very generous.
Yeah, I work
Well, you
with...
got some undergrowth in some of these bunkers over here. At air.
Just for you. And one of the more fun things for me to do on this map was create the airfield HQ building, and you might recognize it from Rising Storm. However, as I researched this map, and I researched the heck out of it, slowly but surely realized the Rising Storm actually did it wrong. They had it a little backwards, and this is actually the correct way. And interestingly enough, this building is on many islands. It's just their standard airfield headquarters building. So there was one on Tinian, there was one on Roy Namur in the Kwajalein Atoll, and several other places. Started finding photographs of them.
What, the headquarters building, is that the double-decker building?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, the open-ended building that you know, it's very much featured in other video games and TV series, but they've all gotten it wrong, actually. None of them have actually gotten it right. And go figure, right? Hollywood not getting something completely historically accurate.
I like the interior paint. That's correct. It has something to do with lighting. When I lived in China, all the buildings were like that, green on the bottom, white on top.
Oh! With the bayonet humiliation. Geo, he's inside.
Yeah, he
He's
got
inside
me.
this building.
Got
He's
it.
stabbing.
He already got me.
Oh.
I shot him like a dog.
Oh, but-
yeah, but I was stabbed like a. Well, we won't say that on YouTube, but.
Yeah, I was about 2 seconds too short to save you.
Oh, yeah, I'm disappointed. Player, you're a sneaky bastard.
But it's no problem. You can say whatever you want. You can't demonetize my channel. I have the setting that everything is not for kids, so just blast away. It's what we do in Europe. We use a lot of fucks and shits and whatever. So I know
Zero
that
fucks were given.
I used to
Well,
have
this is
this
really interesting.
American exchange teacher when I was in school. And when somebody in class said shit, which was a totally normal word for us, he was shocked. He was totally like, his eyes went super wide and he was like, what? Did you really say shit?
What was he, a Mormon or something?
He was from
Aren't
New
you
Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah. And he had a tail, which was a very tiny tail in the back of his neck. And if he wouldn't have said it, because he was giving an example about how people were looking differently, and he said, maybe you have a tail like me, and then he turned around and he showed it. And if he wouldn't have done that, I would totally have missed it, because it was so small. And he was also he was a funny guy, and it was actually quite interesting to get English from an American guy. And our teacher went to the States, and she was teaching on a high school there, and she sent us reports of how it went. And she told us the story that when she arrived, she came into the classroom and she saw the Stars and Stripes, because it's in every classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's something that we are totally not used to over here. We don't use the flag that much. Mostly on a celebration day. We put it on our houses for like a few hours, and then we just back it up and put it back in the box. So showing flags is not a thing here. And so she came into the classroom and she was like, okay, maybe I'm just gonna change up a few things to make it a bit more like it's my classroom. So she just moved some stuff, and because of it, the flag came into a location which was behind a cupboard. So you actually didn't really see it anymore when you entered the classroom. So then when the first class started, the kids were totally in shock that the flag disappeared. And that was kind of funny for us to hear, because like I said, we don't have the tradition of using flags in school or singing national
That's a little
anthems
weird.
or what.
I don't think we had a flag in every one of our classrooms.
All right. Yeah, maybe it depends on
I'd
the
say that
state.
might have been a special school or something, or a strange community.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about the states when it comes to stuff like that. I know a bit about history lessons in the states, because I've talked to some teachers, and I also I've only been to New York, which is not real America, if I may believe some of your fellow countrymen.
New York is New York. I mean, it's nothing else. I mean, there's no other place like it. That's for sure.
Yeah, what I thought was interesting in New York was that I walked around and it really felt like I already knew the city, and that was kind of interesting. And it was, of course, because of television and movies.
Right. I just want to comment here that this land battle has actually taken way longer than I would have expected. Generally, the Americans have really dominated on this particular sector, so it's really nice to see a good, even battle going on for this flag area. And one thing, if you're an American, can you let me know, are the LVTs disappearing off of the beach, or are they still able to be selected?
I don't know. I see a bunch of spawn points. I think this one is an LVT. I'll spawn there next time I die to check it out.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that actually the map is functioning as intended. Looks like the Americans have a foothold in the Airfield HQ building, which is the double-decker cement building that the Japanese constructed. In my research, I was able to find a lot of photos of the Americans setting up shop inside this building once they had actually taken over the island. It became their headquarters. It was a very unique structure and very synonymous with Peleliu, even though it was on multiple islands.
It was unique on multiple islands. You know that sounds a bit funny, right?
Also looked a bit funny.
What? Hey, you stole a Garand. But you're dead now.
Did.
Okay.
I went for the TS Forever move and
Yeah.
decided I need a Garand.
Like I said in a previous video, if it was legal in Germany to marry a gun, he would have married a Garand. Okay. So this spawn point is nothing, it's just C. It's not an LVT at all.
Well, no, the Americans definitely do get an LVT flamethrower on the airfield flag, so they should have it now.
On the airfield or the HQ flag?
Because we didn't cap airfield yet. The trench.
Right. Maybe the whole sector has to be captured.
The trench.
Not sure how I decoded it.
The trench skirts on the south. I'm at Orange Beach 2 now. They look super shiny. So.
Yep, a visual bug for sure. But we wanted to focus on the newer gameplay on this one.
Okay.
I just saw a entire regiment of Marines heading straight at me, and I'm down.
Okay, yeah, there was the flame LVT. I just killed it.
Okay. Oh, nice. Good work. Definitely is needed.
It's a nice fireball wreck. That's nice.
Yeah, we wanted it to explode kind of like the wasps on Peleliu's pocket, as an example.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a big ball of flame, and what I haven't seen is the Americans using the Corsair and dropping napalm, which we made especially for this map as well. So it's got a lot of unique things that we created just for Peleliu. That might have been it. Oh, speak of the devil, and now there's a big ball of fire inside the airfield building.
Fuck. Shit. Okay.
like that bazooka. I missed it.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if the Americans had bazookas.
Well, you got.
Yeah, they
lots-
definitely do.
Behind you, there's guys behind you.
That actually,
Unless you get into the
my
building.
my decision to add bazookas on this was pure TS Forever watching his videos. Whenever he got frustrated and go, "Pat, why are they so afraid to use bazookas?" So I'm like, you know what? I'm not afraid to use bazookas. I will take that feedback into consideration.
There were bazookas on this in the last version, right? Because I used
There were,
them.
yeah. And in real life, the Marines devastated the Japanese tank counterattack after they had established a beachhead. About half a dozen or so Hago tanks, which are more lightly armored than an LVT, came rushing towards the beach. And I was reading some really interesting stuff that an American machine gunner using a 30 caliber machine gun was able to actually stop a Hago. But another
Okay.
one took out several Hago tanks on the airfield, and those wrecks actually remain to this day with the bazooka, and he won an award for that particular action.
The turret of this chi house a little swirly. I wonder if that
Hey,
should be adjusted.
are the Bloody Nose Ridge and the RDF station, are they connected, or
They are a part of a single sector, yes.
because they are so far apart that it's really hard to either defend or attack them because of the water in between? I mean,
Watch out, they're coming. They were in my pit crater.
Yeah, that is something that we decided to go ahead and keep in
They're
for this
still in my
gameplay, and
crater.
we'll see how it works
Alright.
out, if the Americans
Right.
even make it that far. I thought about keeping Bloody Nose Ridge as the last flag, and Stubfan here actually convinced me to give this a shot, so
okay.
that's what we're doing. So it may work, it may not. That's the whole point of the test.
Because to me it feels more natural if you go 3-2-1, like on Siege of Tobruk, and then Bloody Nose
I
Ridge is
agree.
the last one.
Yep. This is my personal leap of faith towards Stubfan, so we'll see if his instincts are correct on if it works or not.
Okay, we'll see.
Looks like he's retired for the evening, so he doesn't get to give his input on it. Yeah, this battle for the airfield is getting a little interesting here. We've got a long-term rifle play. Oh! Long-range rifle play going on here.
Fuck! I was just too late. Oh, Jesus. Our squad leader gets team killed.
Holy shit, sorry, Watchtower. There was an enemy out there, too.
Well, Dago is a bit fatalistic.
I think this, I added a kind of a pillbox and trench to the airfield because I felt like the airfield was going down too easy without the Japanese having a strong point. Oh, looks like you found that same bunker as well. But
What?
I added that location because I felt like the airfield was going down a little too easy, so we'll see if that actually helps him.
Yeah, well, it was pretty far away. Ow! Apparently GeoPat knew where I was after he died.
That's the second time he's avenged me, so he's turning into my hero here.
Yeah, I killed him first, so I think he avenged himself more than he avenged you.
Oh, I think I've got some Marines in my crosshairs. Oh,
Coming from behind us?
Wonder if you should do team spawns
Yeah, they
with
spawn pretty
the
close to where I
Japanese
was.
spawns, you know, to the east. They keep spawning behind these Americans.
I mean, I've really tried to make these spawns really kind of work for both teams, but let me know if you feel like you're spawning on something that just doesn't make any sense. Right now, the
I mean, I guess
airfield
you
is
could
blinking.
argue that the Japanese were dug in everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Came out of
there's-
holes from anywhere.
Trust me, I've done a lot of research on this map. There's a lot of things that I would have loved to have done on this map that I know about that probably a lot of people don't. And the caves are one big one that this engine just really can't do very well.
I'm spawning on an island. This really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they might spawn in the crater.
Nah, that was just a bad joke. I just saw the napalm, by the way.
Nice. Yeah, that was a team effort by Geo and Subfan, with me pestering in the background for months, saying, "Hey, we need this on Peleliu." And then now we've got the LVT4 Flame, so we've got a lot of really historical assets on this game, on this map. Excuse me.
Yeah, it still doesn't look very good because it's the BF2 engine, but
Yeah, we can definitely work on the graphics, but right now I think it works as
yeah, but
intended.
it's the same as with the normal flamethrower pickup. It also looks like shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of the, and don't even ask me about the flamethrower and FH2. I think it's just the most worked gun, but it is what it is.
Jesus Christ. And there we go again. Yay, we've got the headquarters.
That's spawn at HQ. Go south.
It was interesting. First time we played this with more numbers, the Americans just ran straight over us.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. So I think that maybe the map is more balanced than I thought.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of numbers of players you had in mind.
I mean, honestly, I think that given the fact that all the servers are 100 players, that you have to now map for 100 players. The reality is that's how many are on the map. So that's what you gotta account for these days. It's no longer appropriate to account for a 64-player server.
Yeah, I knew he was right there.
Okay, now the Americans got Shermans. This will probably, if they got any time left, this will change.
On you as well.
We'll see. The Japanese seem to be holding well. I think the addition of the suicide charge and a couple other pickups for the Japanese have actually allowed for a little better defense.
Wish I knew where they were.
Well, one of the knee mortars is in the 75mm gun by the airfield HQ. You can see someone occupying it now.
Do you have the heat knee mortars or just the regular?
The rounds are mixed in. Uh-oh, yeah, that's alright. It's getting a little
No, I
scary
mean,
now with
we
those
made
Shermans.
an anti-tank one
Oh, ouch. I guess I
for
should
the
have
tournament anyway.
That's alright. Let the tanks get airfield. Let's defend HQ. Yeah, they should be able to get that by themselves. And someone's in HQ.
I'm gonna tell my team to use their heat grenade. That's basically the Japanese only defense here against these lumbering vehicles. Oh, and I set the LVT flamethrower on fire, but it's pulling away. They might be able to actually get away with this.
Ah, we finally got it.
Oh, I stole a bazooka! This might... Oh, Slayer, you ruined my plan! I was just about to hit your LVT with the bazooka.
Yep.
You saved your teammates there. Nice work.
Yeah, I got the Congressional Medal of Honor for that.
I think we did good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh yo,
I
that
know,
was
got
a
the
nice
problem of
final
will the team
chord.
fall back.
Yeah, 50 players on a 32-player map, that's kind of hard.
32 player map? No, it was not 32, right? Okay.
No, that's the score, right?
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it for this round. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.